Alright guys, Hans is back. This is the video 3 that I introduced something about how to read faster. Well, there are a lot of books. Rules where someone has introduced you to read one book a day. Yes, it's possible, and it's possible for every single person or individual. You can read one book a day and fully understand it, and not only just impress others, but more importantly, change your own life and read one book a day, 365 books a year, and change your whole life dramatically. Oh, it still takes a lot of effort and practice and discipline to do that. Well, what I'm doing right here, I'm not at that level yet, but as for English books, I can read 3 books a week. So that is the level I'm here. I'm at level 8, and the ultimate level is 13. That you can read 2 books a day, and I call it God mode. So how you can read faster? Like last time I introduced another video that I said another way to help you to read faster, and that can definitely boost your speed. But you can listen to an audio version plus the reading paper version of the book. Well, today I'm going to introduce you another method and help you to read faster, even a little faster than yesterday. All right. Wait a second, I'm going to pick up my books. I'm going to give 2 books as an example, and the first one, you can call this book name 刚刚致富. So how you read this book really fast? Well, probably you only have 1 hour a day. Well, 1 hour a day is fair enough. You can read one book a day in 1 hour. How you do that? And it takes me like 3 courses. I'm not only just about GM Quickest course to learn this method, and this method is truly going to help you to understand this whole system and going to help you to learn faster, and you don't even need to review it, you remember it all. First off is the index. You need to learn this book is in index, and see this index. The chapter, you can see what its content is about. How you do that, why you should do that. It's all about some books, like functional books and how-to books. It tell you why you should do that, what it's all about, and how you can do that. So you see this content. The first part is talking about like mindset. The second part is talking about plan. The third part is talking about action. So you already start to have this framework. And if you only have 1 hour to read a book, you can see this 3-part, and you can already see the big picture of this whole book. First 5 minutes, you can start to pick this whole book and start to scan. This chapter is talking about the reality. This part talked about income. This part talked about how fast you can take this action. And then you see the whole picture. All of this book had 20 chapters. Oh, I already know this. And you think about this way, right? Then you see this method and saw the picture. All right. You already know, like even though you not know the whole book, you already learned 5% of this content. It takes you 5 minutes. You start to see something overall, the structure of this book, right? Then you start to make this framework. Start to use your pen. Start to use your paper. I just use this whiteboard as an example to help you to read and start to understand this whole concept. And don't forget is use your pen and take notes. That's crucial. And that's the first part. It takes you 5 minutes overall to see this whole picture. The second part, start to pick some gut nuts. Some few parts you read this book. Oh, I already know this part. I know this example. And what this example or this whole page is talked about. We say what type of person you belong to. For example, this book is a rich That's the Chinese version, but it's another logo. It's called leverage. How to be rich by using leverage, right? So we can see this whole part and see each pages, and then you see this three framework in the 1, 2, 3, right? You start to feel like this is the why. First of all, why you do that? What is that about? How you do that? It's all about these three parts. You can see these three frameworks, right? You see the whole thing works, and now that's just how it works. And this is the three chapter 1, 2, 3. Let's grab this fast. 5. This is from 6 to number 10. Then this is the last 4 chapters. You can see from 10 to 15. What, for example, from 10 to 15 is talking about it's something like not really important. The most crucial part only takes 20%. Everything in the life, no matter it's your career, skill set, it all follows this 20%, 80% rule. Like technical books, and when you start to read it, and you just find that some part is all about the last chapter is all about thinking about future or predicting the future. When you see that, and just to throw it away, it wastes your time. It's talking about artificial, how damage to human's nature, how it's going to harm and even destroy the society. Those part of things is just a bullshit. Sorry about my language, but this is a fact. Those type of contents just waste your time. You need to find the nugget. It's just even one part. If you think about this, it's one book is one author. He's trying to persuade you or something or some concept in this book, alright? Yeah, and then wait a second, you're just thinking about how he's impossible to do anything correct. Some part is follow your logic, and sometimes some part of the content is indeed inspire you a little bit. And then wait a second, you see, he's all which part I can learn or I can pick by improving myself or my business, my career, or my hobby, everything, right? When you think that way, you can't even 5 minutes to find a book and learn something. Take some notes, and pick it up on your keynotes or your notebooks. That'll be fun. Some books you don't even need to read. It's waste your time. Like non-fictional books and something about romance, you don't need to read it now. Just throw it away. And if this book is something that worth reading, like some celebrity song or your model or your some idols, that recommended book you can just start to read this way. Still, you can benefit a lot. And this is called not like a smart reading, not speed reading, but indeed it's going to be like a fast reading or smart reading. It's because it's truly going to help you a lot. And why we need to read from the first page to the end? It's impossible. Literally, if you see, you have 5 books to read. It's so similar topic because you just want it in a really short, specific time, 2 hours a day. Truly learn some overall the topics of this book. Then you can start to use this method because some books, 4 to 5, is just to talk the similar topics and similar methods over and over and around the whole world, from China to all over the world, same way. You don't need to use that method, so you can start to use this and do it as you can. So once you are in the level 1, that you read 1 book a month, you start to think about how can you read 1 book every 25 days and start to become level 2. That only requires you to improve 5% your reading speed, and you start to think about that way. That is only 10%. Reading speed faster or not, it doesn't matter. There's a math. The math says that you have to read faster so you can have a better and faster life. Maybe that's the only thing that I can talk to you, but once you get level 1 and level 2, takes you probably a few months, and level 3, 1 book every 20 days, right? You start to be a minority because once you start read 1 book every 20 days, 3 months, 2 months, 60 days to read 3 books. And that's a really fast. 2 months can go faster. And then the level 4, you read 1 book every 50 days. It's 2 books a month. It's better than average people already, because their data says that only like 40% people after graduation still reading. Yeah, but some of them are just read like 5 books a year. You already beat them. You are on the top 40%. And that level, start to change your life to think how to read 1 book every 10 days. That's 3 books a month. 3 books a month? Wow. That's 36 books a year. On average, the CEO level is read 52 books. Think about that. It's 36 books a year. It's close to average CEO level. So you probably are in a higher level manager, probably advanced manager level. Sorry about my words, right? You start to have income. You can observe that your income doubled, or you start to find that so many problems already solved. Your financial position increased. Your relationship increased. Your overall personal health, personal mental problems solved. Some problems 80%. Because in life, our teachers are from books, and most of the questions are solved in those books, right? So that is the level 5, and then you start to have a great life. You start to have momentum on level 6, that you read 1 book every week. That's ultimate. That's average CEO level, and you are going to be 1 book every week, and that means only 5% of people become wealthy. That's a level of 5% of people. 1 book a week. You think like in a short period of time you get there is easy, but all requires resistance, persistence, consistency, man. That's all we need to do. Read 1 book a week. If you feel this is comfortable for you, you still want to push more, even if you're great about knowledge, you start to push yourself on the next level. Level 7, you should read 2 books a week. 2 books a week. Think about that's just 800 pages, right? The 800 books, 800 pages, right? That's you should read 110 pages a day. Probably that requires you to sit there and read 1 hour every day. A movement of self-discipline. You probably don't need to use this as part of the structure to see that if you still have enough time, right? Let's make you to read 2 books a week. That's 100 books, over 100 books a year. You start to beat the average CEO. You're unstoppable. That's a level 7, and if you hit to level 8, there's 150 books, which is I'm currently doing. And sometime in the past, I updated hundreds of books on my Instagram channel about book review. I read long article, I listen to audiobooks, I listen to different versions of different languages, and I read paper one. I use my Kindle. I do whatever it takes to absorb knowledge and start to build my YouTube channel. That's all it takes. Some inspirations are from reading, and that makes me to become the person I wanted to be at this level. And today, at 26 years old, honestly, writing this video, want to share to you, right? So at level 7 or level 8, not enough. Like you probably from 5% to 2%, but truly successful. How to be the top 101%. Got to think about how to jump to level 9, 4 books away. That's the 220 books. And that I know 2 my mentors in China to read that speed. One is Liu Ren, he's a consultant, the greatest or famous business content, a consultant that got high income pay and truly famous and truly productive and published a lot of books, travel all around the world, have amazing life, and hire his really famous companies, hire him to be a professional consultant, right? And a lot of other guys. Xiao Li, one of my Chinese mentors, he's the richest man who owned the largest beacon in Asia part. He read every single day. Like his It isn't a 1 book a day is a level. I'm sorry. But if you are on level 9, start to have amazing life already. Don't even need to check out this video because your level is higher than me, right? You can start to make your own course. You probably are doing more things than I do right now. Well, at level 9, it's already so cool. You're already in the 1%. That should let you to jump into top 0.3%. You read 5 books a week. 5 books a week. That's over 260 books a year. You start to become the teacher of life. You start to have something to offer. You start to be so knowledgeable. People start to call you genius. People think you are crazy. People think you already have the title. But they might not know that you are from the level 1 to level 10, right? So if you can do like 6 books a week or tell like 1 book a day, you're a world class level. You're the guy who can stand in front of TED Talks and tell people, hey guys, every 1 book a day. How you can start to do this, how you can influence this world. Yeah. This is possible. This is what it takes. And this is what's going to change your life. Right? Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even my light is closed. I want you, if you want to have a great life, right? Let's do it. Let's read together. From level 9, whatever level you are, level 4, start to push yourself in a higher level. And later, read 1 book a day. It's possible. I see that again. You are deserving the greatest thing in your life. Alright? I hope you guys like this short introduction of this book, review on how to read 1 book a day, and how if we only have 1 hour, how you can still read 1 book a day. And finally, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. If you like it, please, again, honestly, thank you so much. Subscribe, comment, and like. We can make progress together every single day, and I'm gonna push myself to update more useful contents every single day in the next 2020 till the end of 2021 and see how it goes. All right? Have a wonderful day. Peace out.